Hello and welcome. This is Cars and Owners series from OVRDRV. We are your hosts, Ian and Jervin. We talk to car people about their journeys with the cars from the moments they pick up the keys all the way to the next car they dream of having one day. If that's interesting to you, subscribe to our YouTube channel or simply follow the show here. Let us jump right in.
Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the pilot episode of OVRDRV, all the way from sunny Melbourne, Australia. I'm Jervin.
And I'm Ian. We got a really exciting episode today. We are joined by someone actually own and drive what is now known as an everyday sports car.
That's right. We've termed it everyday sports car because it's one that you can walk into any dealership and place an order for one, perhaps even walk out with one. Not only is it readily available, it's an absolute bargain in terms of sports car prices. Without further ado, let's get into it.
All right. So if you haven't guessed it already, the car that we'll be talking about today is the 2024 Mazda MX-5 Miata Grand Touring. It's a lot of words to basically say it's a hot top MX-5. And we have got the person that is lucky enough to drive it right here next to us today. Calvin, thanks for coming in.
Hey
How
guys,
are you doing?
I'm feeling good. Thanks for having me. It's a really cozy setup you have here.
I think the word you're looking for is on budget. Yeah, but thanks for coming in. Thanks for taking the time. The Miata, so often regarded as the only car in its category, unrivaled in so many aspects. Its weight, its availability, its price, and most importantly, the way it drives. So Kelvin, before we start, just really quickly, do you have a name for your car?
Short answer, no. I get why people would name their cars because it evokes so much emotion and they feel a connection to the car, but I don't have a name.
Yeah, it's fair. No, that's fair enough. So then the next obvious question would be, why a Miata at the end of the day?
So when I was looking for my second car, I had a budget of around 60, 70K. And I don't think there's anything else on the current market for that price point. If you're looking for a lightweight, naturally aspirated two-door coupe. And also, there's a common phrase for the Miata, which is, Miata is always the answer. And I can't seem to escape it when I was doing my research, and so I ended up with one.
Nah, that's good.
Out of curiosity though, have you considered GR86?
So, in my budget, when I was looking for Japanese cars, the GR86 definitely one that was highly recommended as well. But I think the key difference for me was that the Miata just drove more like a Grand Tourer than the GR86. I feel like when I test drove the GR86, it's more built for the track and built for modifications. I wasn't looking for something like that, so I ended up with the MX-5.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Calvin, in your own words, can you, just for our podcast audience, can you try to describe your car? Whoever that's actually just listening this podcast without watching the YouTube, they know exactly what your car looks like.
So my car is a 2024 RF GT-RS. That's the top spec with the Bilstein dampers, the Brembo brakes. It's the ND3, so it's got the updated infotainment, which I have to admit I rely on quite a lot. It drives like a really lightweight car, almost go-kart in feel. And when I take it for weekend drives, the connection with the car is amazing. And I don't think there's anything on the market now that comes close.
Have you considered to take your car to the track, do a bit of track work?
Nah, that's not for me. I just enjoy calming drives. I do occasionally feel the need for speed, but I don't want to take it to the track.
So just with that, have you done any performance updates for your car?
No, it's pretty much stock except for a Remark exhaust system that I fitted in. The stock one just didn't sound that exciting to me, and with a convertible, I think the sound's really important for the whole experience. So that Remark gave a deeper tone, and when you rev it up, it just feels more exciting.
Interesting. Well, that's kind of a semi-segue here. So with the roof down, obviously you can hear your Remark exhaust quite a lot better.
Yep.
So there are obviously two options. One is a soft top, and one is the RF, which is the hard top, MX-5. Any particular reason you choose the RF, the hard top over the soft top? Because I think a lot of people actually think, as a Miata or as a MX-5, a true MX-5 should be just a full soft top convertible.
Yeah, I get that sentiment. So the RF definitely adds a bit of weight to it. That's undisputed. But I think just how it looks with the top up, which is how I drive it most days in Melbourne because it's cloudy and rainy and drizzly and all that sort of thing. The RF just made more sense to me. It also provides more sound insulation, and I think they did a spectacular job with the folding mechanism. So the soft top, you would have to reach behind manually to push it down, and I didn't want to do that in a cool sports car.
So did you know, like, just a trivia here, it takes a lot less time to do the soft top roof up rather than pressing it mechanically on the RF. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I get that. But so the soft top would also have to be babied quite a lot. In maybe 3 or 4 years, if you park it under the sun and
Yeah,
the
you
rain,
probably gotta have
it'll,
to.
it'll be
Yeah.
saggy, and I didn't want to deal with all that thing.
And
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. How much weight do you think the RF is heavier over the soft top? Just
I don't
wild
know.
guess.
Is it 50 kg?
What are you thinking?
I think it's gonna be more or less around there.
50?
Yeah,
40?
yeah, 50.
40.
40.
40.
Close enough.
40.
Yeah.
So it's not. Look, for close to a ton or 1,000 kilo car,
Yeah.
40? Sure.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, nah, it's still extremely lightweight
Yeah,
for,
exactly.
for a car. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, it's about give and take 4-5% of the car. But
Yeah.
we're not tracking.
we're not tracking, so that exactly.
And really, I don't think speed is the things that you want to focus on for a Miata anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
If you want speed, I'd say the Miata is the wrong car for you.
So we're gonna take a quick side steps here. Why don't you tell us a bit more about your car's history? So what's your first car and what will be the cars afterwards?
So my first car was actually my dad's hand-me-down. I was driving '08 Civic. So that one was slightly underpowered. So I think there were two variants to that. There was a 1.8 liter and a 2.0 liter. Unfortunately, because it's a hand-me-down, I didn't get to choose. So I had the 1.8 liter, and that was a fun car. And being a Honda, easy to maintain, reliable, sensible price point. And after that, it was time to get my own car, and I got a Honda City for all those same reasons. That was back in Malaysia, and when I moved over here, I got
Sorry,
a
just to
cash
interject.
car.
So when you say
Yeah.
Honda City, right?
Yeah.
Is it the sedan version of the Honda Jazz?
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. And did you do anything to either car, the Civic or the City?
No. So
No?
when
No?
Firstly, the Civic was my dad's car. I didn't touch it. He would
Okay.
kill me. And then for the City, I was very budget conscious. I was just starting out in my career. I didn't have any excess funds for modifying it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Sorry, please continue.
Yeah, and then when I came over to Melbourne, I got a Nissan Qashqai. So being Japanese as well, I think it is pretty reasonably priced. And if things go wrong, you wouldn't have to source parts from Europe.
Sorry, how much was it? Just for
So drive away for my Qashqai was 38K.
38.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the base spec, cloth seats, all
Yeah.
that jazz. Well, it's a long story, but also being on a visa, the loan requirements were quite limited. So the budget was a clear constraint. 3 years on, I'm ready for my second car, which is when I got my MX-5.
Did you get the MX-5 because of anything that the Qashqai couldn't fulfill you?
Oh yeah, definitely. So
Just-
the Qashqai being a SUV on a more practical side with all the weight and all the safety specs on it, it just didn't have the driver's connection. And when you drive the MX-5, it's like night and day.
So do we still drive the Qashqai?
Yeah. The Qashqai is the daily, and then the MX-5 is the weekender. Yeah, it's just.
But
for
you
the-
wished it was the other way around.
I mean,
If you have a parking spot, if you
Yes.
had a parking spot at work, shaded,
yeah,
you drive the Miata.
yes, probably, yeah.
And I think that's the whole point of being a like having a Miata, right? MX-5 is supposed to be your everyday sports car. So
Yeah.
unless you need a space, which you probably don't when you are commuting to say work, if you have a parking space rather
Yeah.
than just parking at the station, you want to drive your MX-5 to work or just to commute in general.
I think so. I might try that later on. Now, because it's still new, I baby it quite a lot. I think that's
That's fair.
if you're a car guy, you'd understand.
Yeah.
So you've owned the car for a year.
Yeah.
Not too long of a time, but good enough time to break into the car. What is the least deserving spot the car has been to? Can you think of any interesting ones, or does it only go for coffee run and beachside drives? Is there any time it was parked in the corner of the Coles
So
shopping center because you had to go in there and grab some, I don't know,
yeah, well,
last minute grocery or something?
there was this time when the wifey had to take the cash kai to meet her friends, and so I had to get some groceries from Springville, and that was a particularly stressful time.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
It just,
I want to
it
add
just
more. I want to add more, but I don't want to discriminate Springville. I'm not like,
So Springville roads are narrower, and let's just say the driver's risk appetites there are bigger.
but the Miata is fine. But the Miata came out fine.
Yeah. It survived. It survived.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. So, I've got to ask this. So, a year ownership, 12 months, couple of 1,000 Ks maybe.
No, 10,
couple hundreds.
maybe. I think it's 6,000 now.
6,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do drive it. All right.
Yeah.
So, on the top of your head, what are the things that you like, and things that you don't much prefer about the Miata?
So what I do like about it, lightweight, responsive, that connection to the car, which most modern cars now are missing. And it just makes you feel really special. Being in a two-door coupe just has a different feeling to, I don't know, a four-door sedan or a four-door SUV. And when you walk away from the car, it looks good as well, and that makes you feel feel good. I'm shallow like that. What can I say? My dislike would be the cup holders, but that's part of it being lightweight, I guess. So the cup holders are tiny. Anything more than a flat white and you risk spilling it, that's not great. And the second bit would be the stock exhaust sound. I wasn't really a fan of it, so that's why I got it replaced with the Remark system.
And just not because the exhaust is more exciting than the cup holder, but I would say the cup holder is probably a lot more contentious. So with the cup holder, you don't even have a dedicated space for a cup holder. You
Yeah.
have a cup holder
Holder.
holder.
Yeah.
Holder.
You need to pick it up from somewhere. I think along your armrest, and then
Yeah.
you put it down somewhere else, slot it in
Exactly.
before you can actually put your drinks there.
Yeah. So you do need to hydrate a little bit before you go for a long drive.
That's actually quite extreme in a way.
All right. So as a normal car user, I would say normal, basically a very generic car user. Do we have any complaints about the size of the Miata internally, of course?
So, no, I think the size is what makes it fun. Being really compact and lightweight, it feels almost like a go-kart, and that also feeds into the connection you feel to the road. If you are looking for something more cushy and more plush and with more sound dampening and all that sort of thing, I think it will take away from the driving experience.
So is it true when they say that whilst driving a Miata, it feels like the car is wrapped around you? Like it feels like an extension of your limbs. Like you know exactly where each corner is.
I think so. I think that's a fair description of the experience, just because it's so small and it's besides the city, it's one of the smaller cars that I've driven, and also with it being low down and close to the road, it gives a lot more feedback. And I gotta say, the engineers put a lot of thought into the balance of the car, the way it takes corners. So it you know that they designed it as a Grand Tourer because the the dampers don't feel stiff. It doesn't feel like it's built for the Nürburgring. It feels like it's built to go down twisties, and
Yes.
it really shows in the engineering.
Right. Cool.
So my follow-up question for you
Yeah.
is that, so are you happy with the ride quality, specifically for the damping and then damper part?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about at some point you want just put on another suspension, the whole coil-over, just to sharpen up the steerings and all that? Or are you happy with what it is right now?
Yeah, not currently. I don't have any plans to track the car, and for the weekend drives on the twisty roads, I think it's pretty spot on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was my next question actually. Like for someone who just drives it on regular roads most of the time, you don't track it, so I don't see any other roads anywhere. Maybe some, I don't know, off-road, but I don't think you're gonna off-road your Miata.
No.
So for someone who drives it on regular road, what is the next thing that you would look to upgrade? Any at all? If it's none, that's
No, I can't think of anything at the
so
moment.
we're happy
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah.
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 Fair enough.
All right. So this is a bit of a contentious one.
Yeah.
No, but it's only contentious between Miata owner versus everyone else,
Yeah.
or non-Miata fan. So there is a belief that Miata is a more feminine car. What do you say about that?
I don't really get the gender assignment to the car, honestly. For example, they were saying that the Vela was designed for ladies, and for me that doesn't really make sense. I mean, if a guy can fit in and a guy can drive it, what makes it a ladies' car?
I
like a Velar. Yeah, exactly.
I like a Velar.
So it's the same for the Miata. It
Yeah.
may be for Australia where men are bigger, it could feel a bit squishy inside, but as an Asian, I don't find any
No.
issue with it.
And I think a little bit of a side note. I think I was listening to other podcasts and they were talking about in terms of when marketing as well as how they design a car. If they design a car that's specific for women or female,
Yeah.
they will almost always fail, but fail at least to targeting a female's purchaser.
Yeah.
But if you actually design a car that focuses on the male, it actually sells relatively well among female for some reason. So I think perhaps from that perspective, one, Miata is never designed for women. It's just the size of it.
I think
Yeah.
it's the size.
It's
I
really
think,
just
I
the
think
size.
the correlation
Yeah,
is the size.
it's more of because it's small.
Yeah.
And then it's not as powerful, and so it's not having that macho look.
Intimidation.
Especially, I mean, if you give Miata 500 horsepower, it's probably it becomes a
Yes,
fucking
then
rocket.
that stereotype
Then
goes
it
away.
will be quite different. But because it's just, I'm not gonna say it's a lack of power, because if I call it, then that just means I don't understand the assignment of the entire MX-5.
Yeah, exactly. I
So
think so.
it's just- it doesn't have that much power.
Yeah.
And the size just make people have that kind of stereotypical thinking of that is for
Yeah.
not male.
So when they designed the Miata, the Mazda also had the RX-7, RX-8, and also all of that. So
Yeah.
I think they were trying to fit into a segment below it. And if you were looking for more speed, more power, more track focus, you'd probably have to go for the RX-7 or RX-8. And obviously those have been discontinued in the current generation. But nowadays, if you're looking for more track focused cars, I probably say get a GR86, tune the shit out of it, use that difference to get spoilers and all that stuff. That would make more sense, and the Miata isn't for you.
I think based on what Kel said, at that time there was RX-7 and RX-8, which
Yeah.
were definitely more tunable track cars. And I think the next revolution of the Miata, maybe at that time, would be the NC, maybe.
You
And-
mean at the time when they also
RX-7
have
or RX-8 was available?
Yeah, that's NC. Yeah, because
NC,
they share the same
maybe?
platform. Yeah.
And they go like, okay, well, the design, they don't have to be, tunable, but it wasn't never going to be tunable anyway. And they go like, okay, let's focus on it being a really subtle looking car.
Yeah. So
You know.
in Japan, it's called the Roadster, and I think it's in the name.
It's just what it is.
Yeah,
like-
it's what it is.
Yes, it's just
It's
a
not a
roadster.
track car.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a track car.
And I
Yeah.
think because of that, people just associate
Yeah.
it to being sort of more gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the word gentle just then translates to, okay, is it more feminine? You know, but honestly,
So
I like a
also-
Velar, so
So also to that point, gentle in the 1990s and gentle today are two different things. You gentle today would probably be quite hardcore 30 years ago.
Gentle today is about 250 horsepower.
Yeah, exactly.
Minimum. That's
Yeah.
gentle.
That's like, oh, that's
But-
all right.
Back then, I say 1990s, 280 horsepower. That's like Skyline GDR kind of horsepower.
Yeah.
we're probably not gonna record this, okay? But okay, I'm gonna give some car shout out, and you guys tell me whether it's feminine or not.
Yep.
All right, 500e.
Fiat.
Fiat.
Common perception, yes.
So no, your
Not me.
No.
I'd say a Fiat
My
500.
E.
Fiat 500e. I'd say it's a sensible choice if you're living in Europe when you've got like cobbled streets and stuff, and like the roads are basically laneways. But
feminine
in
or not?
Australia,
That's
in Australia, no.
no, no.
In Australia, it's almost like an electric bike.
But
Expensive electric bike.
does it appeal to you as a more feminine cars than a more manly car or neutral?
No, that's
I
for you,
think
Ian. What do you think?
neutral.
500e, feminine or not?
Okay, so I know why you brought that one up because
No, my next one is gonna be even more contentious.
500 is definitely more feminine look. 500, not E, 500, because it's even smaller. And then if you couple that with, say, baby blue, I can't pull it off. I can't.
I would like.
My insecurity will not allow me to drive it comfortably.
All right.
Let me just put it that way.
All right, next one, Beetle. The latest Beetle.
That is even more so.
Yeah, no, so
yeah.
feminine? So you think,
Yeah.
Beetle feminine? All right, he says yes.
No, I think Beetles are kind of hipster actually. I quite like the Beetle.
I like the Beetle.
Yeah.
So not feminine?
No, I don't think it's
Okay.
feminine.
See? Yeah, it's that thing. It's just the conception of gentle. And like a man stepping out of it will look a little bit. But I think it's just the place where we are, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
like Cal said, like if it's on the streets, cobblestone, small streets of south of Italy, this 500e,
It just
even
makes
the
sense.
manliest butcher steps out of it,
So
I'll be like,
let me, so in my mind, okay. So the way that I would do this analogy is 500 is a bit like Doraemon.
because it looks like the
It's
remote.
cute. Either a girls or boys that you likes it, fine, because it's cute. It's neutrally cute. But Beetle is a bit like Hello Kitty.
It's still cute, isn't it? I don't get it.
But
They're
it's
both
not
cute.
it's not a very boys cute. It's a girls cute. If that makes sense.
Okay. All right, Kelvin. So the next question, it's very much related to your driving experience, a year of it. What's your best memory that you can think of in the ownership of your Miata?
So last year over Christmas, I took the Miata with the wifey down to Marysville, just the two of us, and it was a beautiful day. And near Marysville, there's this drive called Blackspur Drive, which is a super popular drive in Victoria. Twisty roads, nice shady, leafy trees lining the road. It was beautiful, and that was quite possibly the best experience that I had in a Miata.
Sounds like Miata's favorite place to be, right?
Yeah.
Ever
exactly.
drove it in heavy rain?
Well, yes, but
We made it out.
yeah, I made it out. And so that's the thing about having the RF top as well. You feel less exposed to the elements than the soft top. So when it was raining heavily, I was thankful that I had the hard top over my head.
Yes, and thankful you're not 6'4".
Yeah.
6'4".
I probably wouldn't have
and a
gotten
half
the
top. Yeah.
Miata
6'4"
in
and a half
if I was 6'4".
So in terms of headroom, the RF has even less headroom compared to the soft top.
I think it's the same.
Is the same?
It's marginally.
Okay.
only because of the material.
Yeah.
But the structure of the car is the same.
You might lose maybe like, I don't know, 3-4 cm maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but 6'2" and above, and this is big tip. 6'2" and above, maybe test drive the Miata.
I'm just curious if anyone actually choose a soft top over RF, even though they prefer RF, and
Because of the height?
because of the roof. Okay.
I don't imagine so.
Okay.
I think when it comes to such fine margins, they probably
Yeah.
just get something else.
Yeah.
That would be my advice anyway.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Anything above 6 foot, I really hope your locality has good weather most time of the year.
It'd be like if you just go over the bump, your head would be hitting the roof.
But it's soft.
already.
But it's soft. But it's soft.
Yeah,
the
it's
only
soft.
consolation
Still.
is the roof will go like, hey, what's up?
You feel a bit enclosed, I think.
It will be pretty tight.
Yeah.
All right. So I do have a final question for you, Carl.
Yep.
So this is for the benefit of other audience here. If someone is thinking about getting a MX-5, what will be the things that you want them to watch out for?
I think one would be that soft top, hard top consideration. Do you want something more lightweight, then go for the soft top. If you want something that, in my opinion, looks a bit cooler with the top up, then go for the RF. Another consideration would be that if you are someone who lugs big bottles around, the Miata would not be for you. Their cup holders probably fit only flat whites. That's it. Anything larger, you'd probably spill it in your car, taking a corner. Yeah, I'd say those are the only two things. And again, the exhaust sound, that'd be subjective, right? You could like it, you could not, but that's, I think, something that you could remedy.
So just one from myself, because
Yep.
I am also interested in getting one eventually. Would you recommend me to, because I think yours is the top of the line.
Yeah.
And would you recommend me to get the baseline, or you just go straight to the top of the line because that's the best value one?
Yeah, I'd say just get the top of the line. Okay, pause first. I don't really know what the baseline is.
I see.
I was like,
You're too, yeah. You don't even
I
care
was
about
like-
the baseline.
Just top it, you
Is it-
stingy
Yes.
bitch.
is it cloth seats and I don't know.
Okay, so if
Yeah,
I remember
what's the
correctly,
base?
all right, you tell.
tried though.
Yeah, you okay.
I
So,
was like,
just
bullshit
get it
me.
out.
I
Okay,
don't know.
then your answer won't probably help me, because if I remember correctly, the top of the line, the differences will be. Oh, okay. So
They got like
yeah, they are
brakes,
different.
right?
Yeah, so they're different. So different brake, different wheel size, and different damper. So only the top of the line has the Coney one, I think, or Bilston. Maybe Bilston. Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Bilston, because
Bilston,
Bilston
yeah.
is a cheaper one than Coney. What else? And I think those are the main one.
Yeah.
Aside from some trims and stuff, no one really care.
So
okay, so maybe
maybe
I'll
wheel
ask you
size
this.
as well.
Yeah, maybe I'll ask you this question. So now you have the Bilston as your suspension. It's more controlled, it's more composed, versus just the normal one.
Yeah.
Would you wholeheartedly just say, just go for the Bilston setup? So the top of the line that has the Bilston, because it's worth it. You don't need anything else.
I'd say test drive both first and
Okay.
see how you feel. If you like to go fast around the bends, you can't beat the Bilston. I would
Okay.
recommend the Bilston. You really feel the difference when you're taking the corners fast. But if you are just going down Dandenong Road or whatever, Monash Freeway, it's fine. it probably gives you more comfort, saves you some money. That would be the sensible choice.
That's a good answer.
All right, Kel, we really appreciate your time. Thank you for
Awesome,
coming down and chat with us today. I think it's absolutely refreshing to hear the perspective of someone who chose to purchase or own a car based solely on the way it drives, rather than the number that it has on paper.
Thanks for having me, guys. I had fun.
I guess the way that you drive the car really sums up or really sort of describe the everyday sports car really well, and to enjoy the car without needing a racetrack or even a perfect roll. The most important thing is probably just you go out and about, you enjoy the drive. Doesn't matter whether it's going to a grocery run or even just pick up your kids or just a lot of horsepower. You don't need that to have fun, for sure.
Right, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, Overdrive is available on all major podcast platforms, and you can also watch the full episode on YouTube. We would love it if you could subscribe or drop us a comment or share it with someone who likes cars as much as we do.
Thanks again for listening. We are Overdrive, and we will see you in the next one.